Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, where so many great events have unfolded over the years, and today this crowd is charged up for a big USC Trojans home game. This is not a normal matchup. Two teams ranked in the top 10, colliding right here in the middle of the season, trying to make a strong statement, big playoff implications. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field.
Charge beginning. Let's go. Defense. Damn.
And the Trojans will kick this deep, begin the game. They'll return it from inside the 5. And he's tackled at the 21. That's where the drive will start. The Nittany Lions offense will get the first swing today. Here comes that star wide receiver with the swag that kind of rubs opponents the wrong way, Kirk, because he's saying, I don't care who you are, I'm going to embarrass you today.
Well, Chris, there's a rumor that this guy actually DMs the opposing corners before the game that he's going to go up against, as if to say, hey, it's going to be a long day for you today. But the wild thing is he actually comes out and single-handedly unravels defenses to the point that by the end, it looks like he's in the heads of the opposing secondary.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down.
What a nice job here by this offensive line in the back to pick up this first down. And, Chris, you know better than me growing up in this area, Penn State's offense and the ability to run the ball, have been doing it as well as anybody in college football for decades, going back to guys like the late, great Franco Harris and Kajana Carter and Larry Johnson and Miles Sanders more recently, and, of course, Saquon Barkley. The list goes on and on of great Penn State running backs. I'm sure they're proud to see him running the football the way he is today.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? A pop pass on the jet sweep. There's the tackle, but first down yardage.
You know, to me, Chris, with this offense, it's almost an extension of their running game. You put the receiver out in motion, you flip the ball out to him, out to the outside, let him do what he does best, which is use his instincts, and he picks up a first down.
It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with the defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. That's exactly what we saw right there.
Damn. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, this is what I love to see from a defense, is the linebackers are scraping doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
They make the stop just short of the mark, which getting 4th down and inches. So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. Here we go on 4th down. And they pick up the first down, tackled at the 25.
Well, the scouting report on this running back was that he is an elite ball carrier, and he is proving to be that here early in this game. These first few carries, not only the strength, but the quickness and acceleration to get upfield and get positive yards on display.
And they've got him at the 5. Great run to set up scoring position here.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
Trying for the end zone, running it right up the gut. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
Well, they came very close to punching that one in, and now 3rd down and goal, and if I'm the OC, I challenge my offensive line in that back. I just slam it right back into that A-gap and try to overpower that defensive front.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Tell you what, for a tired defense that's been out on that field for a long time on this drive, what a stop there on 3rd and goal. It brings us to 4th and goal.
And he takes it in for the score.
Let's go.
Touchdown,
Let's go.
Penn State.
What an opening drive by this offense, and especially this running back. Every single time they gave him the ball, he's getting positive yards behind that big offensive line. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, you better make some adjustments and do it in a hurry. You got to get more guys committed to the line of scrimmage and stop this run game.
The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Fields it just outside the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. So Penn State's offense gets their first crack now. We've got some interesting matchups here today, Kirk. Each quarterback is going to have to account for an elite free safety on the other side.
Well, Chris, I think this is the game within the game, to be honest. These 2 free safeties are great at operating and just roaming in coverage. It's going to be interesting to see how these 2 move around on the chessboard of this game.
Trying to create outside the pocket now.
Wow, what a rough way to start this football game for these guys. Already kind of in a hole inside their own 20. And the first play, they give up a sack, and now they're going in the wrong direction, getting a little closer to their own goal line.
We'll see if they can overcome the sack. 2nd and very long. A short completion to the tight end. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
That's what makes this tight end so dangerous. You can flex him out into that slot position. He shows you his versatility. He can be an inline guy that can block, but here he shows you what he can do with his hands.
Receiver makes the grab. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter. Ball fielded near the 35.
Let's go. Best return of the nation. Going.
Touchdown.
This
Nittany
game
Lions.
is mine, boy.
Special teams with a special play.
This game is mine, boy.
An electrifying play, Kirk. He was just a better athlete than the guys trying to stop him on that coverage team.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by this returner. But let's also not forget the blocks. Some key blocks there that set this return up and eventually got him into the end zone.
And Kirk, it's Penn State on top as we break for the quarter. Solid performance so far, creating some separation. Here's the first quarter stats. Now they get set to kick it away. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Goes out of bounds at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive.
Holding. Receiver team.
Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. They get him down. The gain is to about the 12. The gain makes it 2nd and medium. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Running with purpose. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Chris, this is a great game, but I'm always so impressed with the offensive line because they sell this as much as anything. The quarterback's making the read, trying to figure out if the defense is committed to the run or the pass, and then he's going to go the other direction. He makes the right throw here out to the flat to the right, but the offensive line showing the defense it's a run look is what opens this up eventually for the nice game.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. He shreds the tackle. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there. And the Trojans looking to crank up the tempo a bit. The linebacker shifting around now. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Powers through.
How the fuck do you slip right on?
And the Trojans starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
He's on the run. Launches deep. Tried to go very deep.
That's why you're in the safety position.
Now it's 3rd down.
Well, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
7th play of the drive coming up, but it is 3rd down and long. And it's intercepted. He's got some room and some blockers here. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his own coverage. But as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
Handoff taken following the right tackle.
Oh,
He stopped just short of that 1st down marker, inches away from it.
Boy, positive yards there on 1st and 10. Good job up front by that offensive line. Good hard running by this running back. And now you've got a lot of options. That playbook can really open up on 2nd and inches.
And now the running back's got it again. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a 1st down.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running...
Can he reach the end zone? And he muscled out of bounds very close to the goal line.
Boy, another nice game by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
1st and goal, handoff. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Backed up to the 5-yard line now for 2nd and goal.
I just love that this defense is not giving up on this 1st and goal. They attacked. They got through. They got penetration. Nice job of being able to keep them out of the end zone.
The crowd really making some noise now, trying to help out this defense to get this stop near the goal line. Fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State.
I think we're starting to kind of see a theme here, Chris, today. That's his 2nd touchdown. The offensive line doing their job, and he's doing an outstanding job of just reading the defense. And being able to pick up big yards and touchdowns.
He'll bring it out from his end zone. Ball spotted at the 18-yard line. Should have just taken a knee. And the USC offense is back out on the field. This has been a rough 1st half. They'll have to regroup in intermission. But in the meantime, let's see if they can get some momentum going. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you've got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
2nd down play coming up for this offense. Back to throw. It's Harvey. Receiver makes the catch. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the 1st down. And the Trojans hustle to the line to run the hurry up. 1st down. Looking to throw the football. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Going the other way. Can they stop him?
Nope.
Brings the interception all the way back. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And now here comes the point after attempt. Extra point makes it a 28-zip lead. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. He's going to bring it out of the end zone from a couple yards deep. And he gave it a shot, but should have just left the ball in the end zone. They spotted it at the 19. Here comes the USC offense back on the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. They said they just decided to take care of the football and look toward the 2nd half. And they heave it deep downfield.
Thank you.
And he throws his third interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, just a drive killer right there, Chris. And he didn't seem to throw that ball with much confidence. Just put it up for grabs, and the defense comes down with it.
So here we go. The first play of the drive, less than a minute to play before halftime. An inside give now from the shotgun. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Chris, that's another good run for him. He's had such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Using his legs on the scramble. Got space, looking to score. Makes it across the goal line.
Go.
Touchdown, Penn State.
Well, the defense is so caught up in stopping this passing game that they underestimate what this quarterback can do when he pulls it down and can take off. He takes this one all the way to the house.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. He's going to try for a return from a couple of yards deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he'd left that one in the end zone. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. Tight end goes in motion before the snap. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Men, we've been looking forward to this one all week. A fun start to things in L.A. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. For now, let's get back to the guys in the booth to start up this second half.
All right, Kevin, thank you. We appreciate the breakdown. The Nittany Lions will kick this away to begin the second half.
Oh.
He's going to bring this out a few yards deep in the end zone. He's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the Trojans offense is back out on the field. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. Fires it to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks. Line gets set up. It's a 1st down play. Back to pass. It's Harvey. Catch made across the middle by the running back. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
Well, the running back that time just kind of sneaks out of the backfield and shows his hands on that nice catch.
2nd down after that short completion. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Catch made on the left side.
Oh, my goodness.
Brought down that crosses midfield to the 46.
It's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a 1st down for this offense.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. They've got him after a 7-yard gain, so 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense breaks the huddle and gets set. It's 3rd down. And he'll set up to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. It's a big gain to the right. It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a 1st down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
And he's brought down after a big 1st down gain. It's 2nd and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. The back's got it. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Here's that defense shifting again. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it.
Wow.
Touchdown, USC.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
Automatic in the PAT.
35, USC.
He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. And the Nittany Lions offense retakes the field. They've really built momentum in this game. They've been hard to stop. Can the defense make some adjustments, come up with a stop here? Here's the handoff. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Play action here on first down. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Deep shot caught inside the 25. Finally brought down, but that play moves the ball all the way down to the 21. The Nittany Lions with 1st and 10 here. And the wideout goes in motion. There's the handoff. And that's a solid gain for the defense able to bring him down.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
Let's go.
To stretch the lead, the
Dun, dun,
route
dun,
is
dun,
on.
dun.
Man, it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's 3rd touchdown. But give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
42, USC 7.
He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback. He'll start at the 25. And the USC offense is back out on the field. First down here for this offense. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. And the one moves the ball up to the 33.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice, solid gain.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Good enough for a fresh set of downs. They'll spot the ball at the 40.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Harvey. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down. Time for one more play here in the quarter. Drops back, needing a 3rd down completion here. And he pulls in the catch. They finally make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play to wrap up this 3rd quarter. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. He pulls it in for a big gain. Not much after the catch, but it is good enough for a first down. the Trojans are in the red zone now. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They bring him down at the 7. The offense set up now with a 1st and goal.
Finally, good for them. They come up with a big play like this. Let's face it, offense has been at a premium for these guys. You wonder where plays like this have been all game long.
Snags the quick throw. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
2nd down and goal upcoming. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. He powers into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern California.
Yeah, they run the football here. They come up with a touchdown. Obviously, this game is out of reach, but again, they're fighting to the very end, which is always good to see.
And the PAT is good. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away.
USC 14.
Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Penn State offense is back out on the field. And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of them.
And he lofts it deep over the middle. Oh, the deep ball caught at the 25. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there.
Chris, how about this approach by this offensive play caller? Up big, 4th quarter, and they're still taking shots downfield looking for more points. They're trying to rub it in here a little bit.
Solid gain puts him in good position for 2nd down and goal. And they're trying to punch it in here. Touchdown, Penn State. And this one is getting ugly.
That's another touchdown for these guys. Man, they have had a day that you dream about. Whether it's the quarterback, the running back, the receivers, the offensive line, the entire unit has been dominant.
And they're able to tack on the extra point.
USC 14.
And the return starts just inside the end zone. To be tackled at the 21. That's good work by the coverage team. And here comes the USC offense back on the field. Offense out there to start a new drive from the 21. To the air. It's Harvey. Quick throw. Catch made on the out route.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the 4th quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
Looks to the left, and it's complete. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that 1st down yardage. A new set of downs after that completion. Here comes a 1st down pass attempt. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Makes the handoff, looking to throw. Tight end makes the grab. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to 1st down yardage yet. Challenging spot for the offense. It's 3rd down and long from the 45. It's picked off again, the 4th for this QB today. He's got some open field
God
ahead.
damn, that quarterback's back.
Finally steps out of bounds after a long return. What a play by the defense.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Oh, I was crossed the line.
To the right side. Finally out of bounds after a solid game, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out.
Just right. Okay.
The officials make the easy call. Quarterback was well past line of scrimmage before throwing the ball. Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary.
Oh,
It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
From the snap of the ball, it looked like he knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football. But the guy just had him blanketed, and he still tried to get the...
And the pass is intercepted as he throws into double coverage that time. He's past the 30. Look out, he's got some space. Takes the pick to the end zone. Touchdown, SC.
Chris, how about the defense coming up with a huge play here? Not only the turnover, but it leads them to a score with a touchdown on this interception. Now they're trying to get back into this game. They may have a shot to make it a lot closer than what we thought.
Point after, up and good.
USC 21.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Stop at the 22. That's pretty solid coverage there. And the Penn State offense comes back on the field. They've got a big cushion here in the latter stages. Great feeling to be up big on the road. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Extending the play now. Breaks loose at the 40. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice game.
Second down after that run on the previous play. And he's got it again. Running with purpose.
I can't believe I got stuck inside of him.
Just another example of this offense, Chris, doing pretty much whatever they want to do. They've been able to run the football. Offensive lines held their own in pass protection. Quarterbacks had an outstanding day. You add all that up, it's a big reason why they're up by such a wide margin.
Well, no surprise here. They're already 2 for 2 on fourth down. Got to make it 3 for 3 here. They'll run it from the gun. And moves the ball to the 35, and another first down. And there it is, the 4th down conversion that should just about secure the W, Kurt.
You got to love a head coach that really believes in his guys. Coaching with the lead late. I love that he's coaching to win, not coaching.
He's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And the beatdown continues. PAT is good as they build on this big lead.
Why not?
Formation would indicate they're going to try the onside kick here. And the hands seem able to make the crucial recovery.
Hey, it's the 4th quarter here. They're trying to get that football back. I don't blame them. Unfortunately, they couldn't come up with it.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Dropping back. It's Harvey. There's a shot toward the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone.
Ha! Bitches.
Well, here we are, midpoint of the season, and this group is still marching along undefeated, chasing a perfect record and getting a lot of attention, Kirk, at this point.
Well, they're as good as anybody that we've seen all year long in college football. They are headed towards that college football playoff and a shot at a national championship. Now, the thing is, they just need to remain focused on each week that lies ahead of them. If they're able to do that, you've got a dangerous football team here.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
I did.